All right, Thrasher Chronicles, Roman numeral 3. Shout out to my boy Brandon. I didn't come up with that. He did. I thought it was funny as hell. So I went with it. Who cares? You know. On a serious, light note, depression is something that affects everybody. It is real. Don't mind if I box while I talk? I've gone through it. I know pretty much if you're human, you've gone through it. You know? I lost my father to it. He hung himself. I was the one who found him. That's for another Chronicles down the road. But, so, I understand. You know, I mean, I've gone through it, and I have been suicidal, and I've witnessed it firsthand. So, kind of tough to it at the same time, and I can relate. If you haven't gone through suicide, it's real hard to really be able to relate, but my grandmother, Peggy, Mildred Juanita Rucker Myers, she was about as round as she was tall. Awesome woman though. I mean, heart of gold. She loved kids, she loved animals. She liked to go fast down drop-offs, like when you're going down an underpass, you know, like there's a bridge and you gotta go down. God, Grandma loved to fly off those, and we'd be yelling, faster, faster, Grandma, faster, faster. She loved it. And she did it. Well, when you go when you go through the tunnels, she just honked the horn the whole time. Didn't matter if there were cars around you. Didn't matter. No, she didn't care. She did it. Just because her grandkids said to do it. Drove my grandfather nuts, but she'd do it. She'd even let us drive the minivan, one of those Astro vans. She'd let us drive that thing when we were about 9, 10-ish, you know, when we were old enough to where we could reach the pedals real well. She'd be like, all right, listen, I'm going to let you drive from my house to your house. If we get pulled over by the cops in that span of, I mean, it's halfway across town. If we get pulled over by the cops, just tell them that I've had a heart attack and that you're taking me to the hospital. Rock on, Grandma. Yeah, long legs. I started driving early in life. So, my grandma was a nut, but she had moments where she had really bad depression, and I don't even know all the stuff, and I don't want to know all the stuff in that family's nightmare of history. But she called me up. April and I were living in the duplex. We were watching a movie. I saw his grandma, and I was like, you know what? I'll just call her back. We'll finish this movie, go outside, have a cigarette, call her back. So I did. Go out there, call her. Hey, Grandma, what's up? Normally, whenever I'd call, she'd answer the phone all like, hey, good looking. What's the most handsome in the world doing today? How are you? Wonderful. I mean, it's like always, that's how Grandma always was. I think everybody, but I mean, I always thought I was the favorite. I think everybody else felt that way too. But she didn't answer the phone that way this time. It was just a pure hello. I was like, hey, Grandma, what are you doing? Sitting here trying to figure out how to get this damn gun to work. Sat there for a minute. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. What's wrong with the gun? Gee, thanks. So, Grandma, I mean, really, you're gonna call me, of all people, you're gonna call me and threaten suicide. I mean, Grandma, you know I spent months. I knew Dad was depressed on antidepressants, going through all that crap. God, can beat this. Dad, you're better than this. Dad. Grandma, you're calling the guy who found his dad hanging from a rope. And you expect me to be sorrowful or sympathetic? I get actually kind of frustrated and pissed because the way you called me. If you called me saying, Jeff, I'm at a low point and I need you to come over and give me a hug, that's what I do. I'd come over and give you a hug. You know I would. I'm the same grandkid that when he finally got his driver's license and was going to his first prom, and I got all dressed up in my tuxedo, first thing I did was I went and bought some flowers at Kroger's and went and knocked on my grandma's door at 16 years old, all fancy. And, hey, Grandma. I love that woman. And she loved me, no doubt. What's up? She goes, said, so don't call me talking about that shit. Really hard for me to deal with. So if you're gonna threaten it, do it. If you're not, shut up and let's move on. Because honestly, Grandma, I never saw you as, you are one of the most ornery, stubborn, hard-headed people I've ever known in my life. I have never, ever heard Grandfather finish a story that he started. If Grandpa starts any story, it doesn't matter if it was about how dirty his butthole was that morning. Language, I'm keeping it clean. She'd tell you about it. She was there, she examined it, she knows, okay? He never finished a single story until she died, right? So, Grandma, you are too ornery of a woman to be passing away or killing herself. I never thought I'd be going to my grandma's funeral from her shooting herself. She laughed and she goes, yeah, you're right, Jeff. I'm sorry. I should have called you in a different way. We talked about it and everything was cool, But I had to kind of stand my ground of like, do not, I ain't that guy. Call and ask me for help anytime. Don't call and threaten me though. I don't do well with that. Tell you, all right, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Can't tell you how to live your life. Grandma, you get off the phone, no big deal. Go inside, tell April about what happened. She's like, geez, same old grandma. She's crazy. Always has been. That's what we know, And so it was a couple days later, I was talking to her daughter, Becky, my mom's sister. I was talking to Becky. I don't even remember what I called about, but Grandma came up and I said, so is Grandma doing better? The other day she was pretty down in the dumps, and I stupidly, still say this, I stupidly told her what Grandma said. I had no idea that after we got off the phone, that Becky was going to have her committed in Shreveport, an hour away from the house. She's going to have her committed for 30 days. Maybe it was a family decision, I don't know. But all I know is I was the reason why she was going to this mental hospital, So I screwed that up because I started thinking about it, because that was the fastest I've ever done that, by the way. So Peggy was going to the mental hospital, and I found that out from my mom telling me that she was going to see her, and I was like, going to see her? Where is she? Well, she's in the mental hospital, or she's in the hospital with Shreveport. So what's wrong with her now? And she'd been in the hospital forever. And she said, well, she's in the mental hospital. She's in the mental ward. Did she check herself in? The other day she was having a rough moment. She said, yeah, I know. Becky told me about y'all's conversation. That's why we had her put in. I'm like, what? You did what? You what? You had Grandma committed because, oh my God, I never would have told y'all. If I would have known y'all were gonna do it, Grandma's crazy. She's always been crazy. I mean, who lets the grandkids run around upstairs in the attic with wires? Y'all had one of them crazy, wires running through the attic. You can't step on, electrocute yourself. And Grandma's like, don't step on that or the nails. The nails coming up through the ceiling. Or the ones coming down through the roof. Be careful, y'all. Love her though. Love her, love her, love her. So Grandma's in the mental hospital, all right? She gets out, and I knew when she was getting out. My mom had told me when she was getting out. So I figured, hey, I'm just gonna get it some time before I go over there. I figured that was the smartest thing that I could do. And she'd been out a day or two. April and I are sitting there watching a movie and the phone rings. And I'm telling you, I felt like what's her name, Ann Bates, or the lady from Misery. I was so scared when she called. That's how I was like. I thought she was walking through the door. I was like, oh my God, she's got the sledgehammer. Oh God. And so I didn't answer the phone. And I had to take a minute, take courage to call her back. And I was like, I called. She picks up the phone. She goes, Jeffrey? Yes, ma'am. She goes, come see me. Click. I ain't joking. For the first time in my life, my grandma did not say, I love you, Jeff. You're my favorite. All the rest are just like, accidents, but we wanted you. Hey, I know. You don't have to tell me. But yeah. Click. So April looks at me and she goes, what'd she say? Pretty sure Grandma figured out how to use the gun. Which is what I said. All she said was, Jeffrey, come see me. Click. She goes, she loves you like Grandma's pissed. So I waited about a month before I went and saw her. And when I got over there, I was timidly gonna walk through the door, and went and sat down, gave her a hug, and it was a real hug. She didn't shoot me. She loved me, and we even talked about it. And I was like, I would nip Grandma. We're both crazy as hell. Why? I'm sorry. I screwed up, Grandma. But I love you. And so she gave me a hug, and we were good. Birds of a feather flock together, man. You gotta stay strong with each other. Through craziness, we will survive. All right, so that's number 3 down. Chronicles, baby. There's the Chronicles. Chive. I'm asking y'all, please reprint this shirt. Please, will y'all please reprint? This is like my favorite shirt in the whole world. I mean, limited edition, something. Come on, Chad. You know what I'm saying. All right. Hey, you looking for number 4?